I feel like any 10-year-old that may be watching this is questioning why in the blue hell am I recording from my phone? And quite honestly, I'm genuinely just having fun. And yeah, I mean, I uploaded the Minecraft thing about maybe a week ago. It was only just for fun. It was honestly like a 1 a.m. idea thing. But then I thought to myself, all of this is gonna be deleted one day, and I figured why not, up shared on the internet for everyone to criticize and look at. But no, but honestly, I am just really having fun, and I wanted to show it online. So yeah, this is I why is my toddler on the street? That is not a good start, but hello everyone, I am Hinaga Misav. God, that is weird to say. And this is my first Sims house tour. So I guess first of all, yeah, I mean, yeah, so I'll just explain the kind of backstory ish of this house. So when I play Sims, I'm basically just playing Dollhouse with these characters I've made in this long fantasy series I've written. I might include in the description for you all to read and judge that too. But yeah, so this is kind of in the prequel series, Ambivalent, and they're in this series like well, spoiler alert, not really. So these characters, they're kind of like the great grandfathers, early ancestors of my current protagonist, and in this case, it is the Hisao household, and the man of the house himself is Q. Yeah, I am struggling to record and do commentary, as you can see. So yeah, this is Q. Yeah. And well, in the story, as I said, it is a fantasy series, and in this story, they're very like long line of having supernatural and essentially, supernatural, fantastical, all that, those elements. There are exorcists, there are mages. It is a whole shebang. And for The Sims, well, I started playing around late 2017, just as I was starting university. And around that time, they only had the Vampire Pack as a kind of like the supernatural get up. So this is why everything is, this is why in this kind of AU, if you can call it that, or at least in this gameplay of my Sims, they are vampires and they live in Forgotten Hollow, and everything has a V vampire team. So I'm not sure if you've seen it so far, but basically yeah, in the story we'll start off with Kuya, who's no, he's actually the secondary protagonist now I think about it. There's Chisei, who's actually the main protagonist of Ambivalent. Look at her, and these two, they're basically relatives to put it. Yeah, they're part of Hisaru family. Is this lighting good? I'm not sure. I'm just trying things out. But yeah, there is her, and she shares a house with Hisao. And in this universe, they need to share a house with with kind of essentially Kiya's twin, who's kind of actually a counterpart. In the story, this thing's called counterparts, like basically twins, but kind of not really. But yeah, in this version of The Sims, Chisei and Kiya, they used to share a house with Surata, who was Kiya's brother. And yeah, well, my point was that the house is kind of divided or designed like half and half, like mainly on, I guess, our right is Kiya design. So everything's very blue. And yeah, and he has a section of like the formal like living room, the dining table, the dining area. The greeting where you would greet your guest. Excuse me. And over at Sorata's section, now in the story, he's kind of experimenty, sciencey, so in his section of the house, he has the kitchen and some flowery bits, which you will see in his room later. Oh, spoiler, right? But and his thing is he's a his character his basic character theme is red and black, and Kiya has basically white and blue. So the basic red oni, blue oni. So yeah, yeah. I think I'll just put down the walls for a while. So you walk in, and well, there's a few graveyards, who, and you walk in, and it's just. I guess when I made this house, I wanted to seem like very grand and extravagant. And in my head, these are like the great grandfathers, the big ancestor for a line of supernatural beings. Their house is very extra. It's very theatrical. It's filled with like statues and a bunch of stuff, and looks so formal because yeah, why not just really give it a big bang. And yes, of course, I did use motherload. There is no way I could afford this by having a work jobs because in my defense, I played vanilla Sims for a good 7 months. Okay, I know I had my Sims work from scratch. I had them just be normal Sims, but at some point I was like, I want to design houses that people will question. I just want to play Barbie. So like yeah. So going back, yeah, there's this like the foyer entrance area. So you'd have choice of going to basically the living room. Wow, this really, you really can't see it, but yeah, no, it's just very like blue and white, and it's set up very like grandish, and yeah, I don't know what else to say other than to just show you it, which is really bad commentary, but hey yo, trying. So yeah, yeah, I mean, in the context of the story, like Kyuya is kind of like the next patriarch, and well, he has big shoes to fill, and he tries to live up to that. I like to think in his old life, once he's like worked off, and he's gathered a name for himself and respect, he just wants his family to have nice things and wants people to respect him, and he does, just yeah. I mean, would I actually design my own houses? That's a debate for another day. But yeah, yeah. So um I'm not, yeah, this I'm stumbling here. I'm literally just going on the spot. And okay, I'm not sure if this is a thing that you guys can talk about or what, but basically there are sections of the house, which are open to the public and very presentable, and sections of the house that are meant for the house visitors themselves, very homey, maybe not for public eye. And yeah, I mean, it's very, considering his character, Sorata's part of the house is rather homely. Like, so it's the kitchen. Ooh, a kitchen. And I know, like, there's zombies that are only in the kitchen, but their wives are actually human in this story. So, yeah, and then, oh, and the bathroom, wow, it's very, I just remember showing this to my brother, and he was like, it looks very vampire and gothic. And it's like, yes, that's the theme. So yeah, that is essentially the first floor, and yeah, and I have a bunch of plasma trees about, and and you keep on going, and then this is like the stair, and then it just keeps on going, and this isn't like the best example of it, but I basically started playing The Sims because of Dan and Phil. And at some point in one of their house renovations, Dan was like saying, "A house full of memories." That's really bad impersonation. And that just really stuck with me. And even though I'm using like a lot of cheats, I like a similar idea that, here there's just so many memories. And this is like, and since this is the start of a very line of families, and it's just sentimental. And yeah, that's the first floor.